Friday Grinders! Let's do it!
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop, just step it up.
I think it's time we try something new.
I don't play this game.
I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack, and if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, just step it up.
All platforms and provide more choice for publishers everywhere and developers everywhere. And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our cloud and community really is about driving that choice and that opportunity. And so we feel very, very confident. Of course, any acquisition of this size will go through scrutiny, but we feel very, very confident that will come out. We are number 4, number 5, depending on how you count in gaming. In fact, the number 1 player, in this case, Sony, I think even in this period has acquired 3 companies. So if this is about competition, let us have competition. We have one goal, which
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling.
This is
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb.
Hey buddy,
I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb.
Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time and I'll soon be winning.
Feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
Yeah, so we'd like to vote on your fund.
Got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
What's up, grinders? It's Friday!
Sir, do we get the win this time?
I don't know. We'll find out if you get the win this time. What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's Jez7780 with the Gaming Grindhouse Grinds Bite. How's everybody doing out there? It is Friday. That's right. It is Friday, and we're talking taxes. That's right. Taxes, everybody. Taxes. It's not tax season, but it's always tax season. We're going to be talking taxes. We're going to be talking monies. We're going to be talking sales, all the good stuff here at the Gaming Grindhouse. We're going to be doing It's Tax Time and start your taxes, I guess. But what's up? How's everybody doing? Robert Lawrence, Ice Queen Gaming, Ace, Quadruple Zeros. What's up, Cal? Consumptive Soul, Free Weights, Crooked Vulture, VIPs in the house here. Robert Lawrence, VIPs come marching in Twisted Sync. Gamer of Light, how you doing? Oh, damn, I gotta fix my thing here. Oh, we got Uma, Usha, Brian M, Neomonius D. How you doing? How's everybody? Ryan, what's up? Wild Wolf. Ow. How you doing, everybody? Checking on in. Tax evasion, yo, it's Friday. That's right, Bill. It's lunchtime. Lunchtime with the grinds. What's up, Mass Produce? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, my goodness, RPG88. Giving out the VIPs. Oh my goodness, he wants somebody to flex those emojis. Thank you so much, RPG88. Giving out those VIPs. Listen, it was Grindhouse Law. Now it's Grindhouse Taxes. Oh, damn, Grindhouse Taxes. We're going to be doing the taxes. That's what we're doing now. It is always something. It's always something. Let me make sure I got the chat up here. I have the, where's mine? But yes, we're going to talk to we're going to go over the sales because the sales dropped for a lot of stuff that PlayStation sales, the NPDs dropped. And again, we're leading right into the holidays. Check out my PlayStation Portal video I got it on Wednesday. Been using that. I've been seeing a lot of people using their portals. Dude, I have to say, so far it's been pretty good. Like, I've been using it. I have done streaming before. And definitely it works. I haven't taken it away too far outside of my network. I did try that stress test, and I apologize for the end of that video. In trying to hook up my camera again after the battery died, I ripped the Ethernet out of the computer, and it completely shut the whole stream down. So the last thing standing was the PlayStation Portal. Everything else came crashing down. That's all I'll say about that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's what happened on that. So if you're wondering why that whole stream went kablooey at the end when I was stress testing, but yeah, it's been hold on, let me get my let me get my thing here. What? It doesn't like my. Oh, let's do that. Reverse review. I don't know why it does that. There, I gotta get the chat up so I could type in it because I can't type in the chat if I don't have it up. Well, you're wondering why I hear myself. Inception. Oh man, pause. What's going on here? So. Yeah, so we'll cover these things. Plus, I got some classic, wonderful receipts for our taxes, right? We need receipts for our taxes, right? For this quote thing that went around the last few weeks. Xbox tax, in order to do your taxes, you need the receipts. And here at the Gaming Grindhouse, we have the receipts. So, you got to prove your purchases. So, we got the receipts to go along with our taxes. That's what I told you. It's Grindhouse tax season. Grindhouse tax season. Xbox tax been floating around the internets. What is it? Is it real? What's going on? But in order to find out why, I'm trying to figure out. Would you start with the tag? Yeah. So, we had the sales that came out, right? And this will lead us into taxes. We got to start with the sales and then go into the. So, first off, as we're talking about the Portal and things like that, talking about games on the PlayStation, Spider-Man being one of them, goodness gracious, oh dears. Spider-Man has shot to the top. Spider-Man. Look at this. Engagement. That's right, Ace. Like, talking about engagement. Engagement don't put food on the table. That's the thing. Well, you did such a great job. Did you get paid for it? No. Well, that's great. They did a great job, but did you get paid? No, you didn't get paid. This puts food on the table. This page. This puts food on the table for developers. Engagement is a nice to have. But without the sale, the worker man's the fool. Remember the Bronx Tale? The worker man's the fool. Mickey Mantle don't pay your money. He don't pay your bills. Like, yeah, engagement is wonderful. But if the money's not coming with the engagement, you're not getting sequels. Okay? And if that engagement gets to a certain number, they're going to shut it down because they're not getting the money from that engagement. Yeah. Engagements are nice to have, but not a need to have, because if you could sell a whole bunch of stuff and make money on it and have limited engagement, people will choose the money. Spider-Man shot to the top. This is in October. Spider-Man outsold Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which was everywhere, Madden, EA Sports, Mortal Kombat, Multiplats, UFC, NHL, we're doing the thing. Sonic Superstars debuted at 9. Hogwarts Legacy, released earlier this year, still hanging in strong for the top games. Forza's down there, 17th. Peace. And our glorious Starfield was one last month, dropped to outside of the top 10 for this month. How them planets going for you? As Porter Rock says, grand opening, grand closing. Dropped to 14th. Modern Warfare 2 is holding in around 10. And Forza came in new at 17. Their racing franchise, 17. Yes, it's a racing game, but it's a new release. It's not even in the top 10. It's almost out of the top 20. Is that the Game Pass effect? Is that Forza not at launch edition didn't do it? Listen. Spider-Man, we will see where it is next month. If we have any case of like how Miles Morales went, I'm sure Spider-Man's going to linger up in the top 10 for probably the next couple of months. You can't say the same for Starfield. That was their big game. The hype behind Starfield, I was in shock. Well, I knew it was going to drop because I knew that, the Game Pass effect or whatever it is. But I am surprised that Starfield dropped that low to 14. And I don't think it's coming up. And people are 10 million people are playing. Not good news for Starfield that billions of people were supposed to be hyped for. And then what's interesting, as I saw, is where's his other one? And this is what's crazy too. Starfield sold on, this is engagement. So you look at the engagement tracker, it even dropped from 1 to 4. So it was top for the month, and then Call of Duty, last year's Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Grand Theft Auto took over that one. And look at Gotham Knights. Going from 92, look at the Game Pass effect on Gotham Knights. How many people held off on that game and then waited for Game Pass? That's a Game Pass effect right there. How's that? 92 to 5. But again, engagement. It's engagement, not sales. Not sales. It's engagement there. And then we come to the hardware. So, in November, the PS5 was the best-selling hardware platform in both unit and dollar sales. Xbox Series ranked second in dollar sales, while the Switch was second in units. What's up? What's up? Like, so the Xbox is sticking around in dollar sales because, it has a more expensive console. Switch is second in units. So again, by unit sales, it's the PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox, not by units. So Starfield legs carried just a little bit in dollar sales, I guess. But by unit sales, the Xbox was second last month, and now they dropped back down to third. So those Starfield legs, I don't know, man. I don't know. Twisted Sync with the 2. He goes, Starfield is now at a 70% on Steam. Recent is mixed. Yeah. And we talked about, like, in the nominations of, like, basically Starfield and, like, where it is in the game of the year. Like, there were so many great games this year. And know what's interesting is that last year when Starfield was delayed, everybody was like, Zelda's coming out next year. Like, Starfield's going to have to go against Zelda.
You're my number one customer.
And kind of knew that Starfield was going to have a tough road ahead of itself compared to last year where they had nothing. And Starfield may have slipped into the game of the year maybe because there wasn't a lot of spots. But when you had a jam-packed year like this year, they got the bad end of the deal again. They delayed both these games, Redfall and Starfield, out of last year. And they basically released this year. So, it just shows, it's like, the games did something, but the legs are not there for that game to carry on that content. Like, it dropped. It's pretty crazy. And then when he goes to the hold on, I'm gonna get the other one that he has up here. Where it's the year, where is this, the year to date one? Yeah, this is the other one here. So this is the year to date over all the sales. Spider-Man, in the short amount of time that it released, is number 4 best-selling for the entire year. And this is including eShop, Steam, PlayStation, all Xbox platforms, physical, and full game digital. So this is the whole gamut. This is everything that sold this year. And Spider-Man, in the short time in October, 2.5 weeks in October, sold number 4 for the year. Comparing these games like Diablo, that's been out since the summertime, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that came out last year, Mortal Kombat came out early this year, Resident Evil 4 that came out early this year. Dude, it beat in game. Even Final Fantasy's down on this list too. But a newcomer just shot right up to the top 5. Crazy. Craziness. That is a lot of sales. Sales. This is not engagement. This is not, how many people turned their head to the left. That is impressive as hell. And now we found out that it outsold God of War in the same time, the God of War Ragnarok. I said it last year. I said when God of War sold, I was like, get ready. You think God of War's making records? Get ready for Spider-Man. And there you go. And you want to see, like, look at Hogwarts Legacy 1-1. And tell me, we're talking snubs? We're talking snubs. Look at how popular Hogwarts Legacy sales were. It stayed one the entire year, the top selling game in the year, and it is not nominated for anything. You talk about a media snub, a question mark. That's the one that people should be talking about. Hogwarts Legacy being nowhere. I'm not even talking about Game of the Year. Being nowhere in the Game Awards. Don't even mention their name. They're basically acting like the Voldemort of the goddamn Game Awards. Hogwarts Legacy is the friggin' Voldemort. You don't say his name. Don't say the name. It never existed. Don't say his name. Don't say Hogwarts Legacy. Because you have some substantiability. Like, you have a substance there. The fact that Hogwarts was the top selling game of the entire year. It got really high reviews. It got good reviews. And it doesn't even get art direction, sound design. I thought the sound was incredible on Hogwarts. And nobody's talking about that. But instead, Starfield got the snub. Starfield sitting at a 70%. People pissed off. Exploration was a lie. We'll go look at the reviews. It was a dupe and a half. Why does that snubbed from the Game Awards? But Hogwarts Legacy not even being mentioned Voldemort style. There's no snubs. I never saw a snub about that. The game that shall not be named, Devil Shooter. That's right. Talk about snubbing. Look at it. It outsold Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And it was everywhere. And they just released the Switch version. That's not even on the Switch. It's on the top. What are we doing here? That's the snub that people should be talking about. And you're right. I think it has to do. Nobody wants to kind of align themselves with it because of the political issue, political correctness, political issues, and things like that. Yeah, obviously. Keeley don't want that drama at the Game Awards. He don't want that stuff. He had the guy last year come up and talk about Bill Clinton's ass. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, he don't want that stuff. But I can't believe that wasn't on anybody's list of the 150 people. That's a snub. There was nothing wrong with Hogwarts Legacy. Like, it was a very engaging game. It was friggin' the atmosphere was incredible. The sound design, what they built, they basically put the book and the movie in a game. Open world, crazy amount of stuff, magic puzzles, like a challenge, almost akin to like a Souls type kind of challenging game. It wasn't just like a run-of-the-mill shooter type thing or a run-of-the-mill melee game, a magic game. Like, it actually had challenge to it. Like, you die a lot. Top selling game of the entire year. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere. But we do videos on Starfield now. Starfield got to be there. You know, Grinders, if you remember right, there was another snub. If you remember, if you were watching the Gaming Grindhouse on Sunday, on Monday here, you remember this article from the boot of the leg, bootlegs. Here was another snub. Is this part of the Xbox tax? Is this the tax that we talking about? Is this the tax? Is this it? There's another snub. Forza Horizon 5 wasn't nominated Game of the Year. How do you sleep at night? A disservice. Just a couple of years ago, Forza Horizon 5 not being in the Game of the Year nominations was a snub. They were willing to bet the one game that Microsoft released in Forza Horizon, because Halo shall not be named. That won the player's voice. But Forza Horizon 5 wasn't in the Game of the Year, a racing game. You ever see Mario Kart in the Game of the Year conversation? You ever see GT7? Anything? It was disservice.
One of the things I really love about being here
Now,
is the families.
if you want to compare apples to apples, Forza Horizon should have a better chance of Game of the Year as getting a well-reviewed, polished game than Starfield. If you're gonna bet your life on it, I would say, yeah, Forza is a better game, Forza Horizon over Starfield. And if you wanted to make a justification as to what game should be voted in a higher level, I would definitely lean towards Forza. But remember that. Bootlegs. What's up, PlayStation 5? How you doing, man? Sweden, how's up? Oh, yeah. It's a marketing event. Blasphemy. Keeley's is a marketing event. It is bootleg.
We got plenty of Turbo Man's faithful saber-tooth tiger booster.
Asphalt Legends 9, Primal Plasma says. He plays more than Forza. They've been disservicing the Game Awards for years now. That's the heavy toll of the Xbox tax. Forza Horizon snubbed from Game of the Year. It was the highest rated game. And then it was like the sleuth going in there and trying to figure out.
Would you chip that?
Trying to figure out. Snubbed. It's a mistake. Oh my God. The Game Awards bias towards cinematic action games. Snubbing sports games and mobile games. Oh, damn. We're going to fight for mobile games now in Game of the Year? Oh, my goodness.
Hold on.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy Spirit,
I'm surprised they're not fighting for Candy
Holy
Crush
Spirit,
Game of the Year.
activate.
Xbox game.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh,
Activate.
man.
Activate.
If there was ever a year a racing game deserved to be nominated, 2021 was it. Well, practically anything that doesn't fit into a very specific Hollywood-shaped hole. Mario Wonder, a Hollywood-shaped hole. Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. That's a Hollywood. That's a Hollywood. What happened here? Zero Steel, I don't know. When did a racing game get nominated? It never did. Guess what, everybody? You want to know what's incredible about this? Because this was a snub. Candy Crush got the snub. Billion. You want to know what's crazy? Look at the number. Let's all read together. We got 200 grinders in here. Hit the like button. Let's all read it together. Ready? Here we go. Forza Horizon 5. Did you notice I emphasized the 5? There were 5 of these sons of bitches. When were they ever fought for Game of the Year? There were 5 Forza Horizons. This is the first time I was hearing that the 5 should be Game of the Year. 5 of them. And you know they came out every 2 years. So that's 5 of them over 2 years. That's a decade of Forza Horizon. And I haven't heard anybody besides Bootleg talking about how it was snubbed from the Keeleys. Really. 5 of them. 5. I saw another person complain about this Xbox tax in the sense that Gears 5 didn't get nominated, but Death Stranding did. I got an answer for you, and it's the number. 5. There have been 5 of these games. If the first one's not Game of the Year, most likely the rest of them won't follow. Okay? Well, if you have your first one hit hard and is Game of the Year, the sequels may be there. It's going to be a tall order. But Sony did it with Ragnaroks, Mario's, Spider-Man 2's. Like, that's a tall order to get the sequels inside Game of the Year nominations or considered for Game of the Year. That means you made better than the first one. Horizon Forbidden West was another one. They made it better than the first one. The first one wasn't a game of the year. I don't think it was. So the one game that Microsoft puts out, they just want one game in there. And that's the problem, because they want the one game in this Game Awards Game of the Year to say, hey, Xbox has a Game of the Year. But you're fighting the wrong fight. Why do you need that kind of justification? Look at the sales of the game. Look at the sales of Forza Motorsport. Look at the sales of Starfield. Does Starfield look like a game that people are celebrating and playing for like? Does it look like that? We looked at the chart. Does Starfield look like a game that should be there? You know, look at the games. That's why I say Hogwarts is one. You got Zelda, Spider-Man, Resident Evil. Look, Starfield's right here. But Resident Evil was out longer than Starfield. So
You're
Starfield,
my number one customer.
It did, I guess. What's the tax? Like, I don't get it. And I have to say, remakes, Resident Evil 4, hey, it was a good game. But this year, there was a lot of games, and I think Hogwarts probably should have took over for Resident Evil 4 than having a remake of a game, even though they did a little bit much. But the thing is that Starfield was not, it was not a celebrated game. It was excuses. It was not what it's supposed to be. You got to look at how the games are received. The reviewers, we'll go into it. Well, I'll show you. Look at the reviews of this game. What is it? I have, here it is. Like, the reviews of Starfield are, now I'm not reading the user reviews. That's some trash right there. I'm not reading those. But like when you have the reviews and they're basically like, it's not what it is. Actually, you know what? I got the best review. I got the best review right here. You know what? I got the best review.
Over there.
We got the best review. Why not? Why not do we pull out some of the film nest? Hit that goddamn like button. Share it out, grinders. Subscribe if you're new. Let's talk about this tax. Oh, yeah. Tax collector. Here he comes. Here it comes. Where the hell is my friggin'... Where's my thing? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Where is it? Here it comes. It's tax time. Tax season. Here's the tax. Don't take my word for it. Phil Spencer's been playing Starfield since November. Let's hear what he had to say about it when it was just about to release.
Well, it is actually technically massive, to correct you there. And we're only a week away from early access, so how exciting is it seeing this game coming to Xbox, and we're so close now?
Yeah, we've been working on it for a long time. I've known about it for, even before we acquired ZeniMax, so it's...
Excuse me? He stumbled on the words. We were partnering, we bought their ass. Remember, that wasn't the... Let's hear that Phil Ness again. And I think Phil Ness is wearing a little bit of a glimmer on a little shimmer on his lips. Oh, damn, pause. Aaron, get ready. Get ready and kiss that ass. Here it comes.
We acquired ZeniMax.
We partnered, but we bought their ass.
So it's been great to see Todd and the team work more closely with them than we ever have on any game. There aren't that many moments where we get to launch a new IP that has the amount of buzz and anticipation that Starfield does. A lot of games you'll launch that are new IP and then maybe they build into their strength, but like there is just a crazy amount of anticipation. And the thing that I love is the confidence that the team has right now. Yeah. Like putting out review codes 2 weeks before launch.
2 selected people? Oh, damn, pause. Oh, damn. Putting out review codes 2 weeks before launch to specific people. Do we remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember that the review codes? Do we remember? Starfield said there was confidence in the team. So much confidence that they sent it to specific people. Let's see. What was that? Remember? We sent it to specific reviewers. So confident. Where is it? Remember they said Starfield to what did they do? Starfield, was it? Starfield reviews sent early to specific reviewers. Favorable. Specifically to viewers, but you know what? Hey, there we go. Eurogamer won't have the review copy early. Remember this? What would you say, Phil? I want to hear a little bit of this. We always need a Phil Ness when we're talking about taxes, right? We need a little bit of Phil Ness. A little bit of Phil Ness. What was this? Phil, explain. Wait, I need Phil.
Because it's a big game, and I'll be the first to admit, there's a
oh.
lot of games you'll launch that are new IP, and then maybe they build into their strength. But like there is just a crazy amount of anticipation. And the thing that I love is the confidence that the team has right now.
Yeah.
Like putting out review codes 2 weeks before launch, because it's a big
2 weeks before launch, too. Most concerning, Bethesda's decision to withhold early review codes from certain outlets is heavily some sites are relying on the game to drive their business. Oh, damn. That don't instill confidence. Anyway, let's continue with the Phil Ness. Listen to what he says about his game.
big game, and I'll be the first to admit, the first 3 to 4 hours are a little bit hunt and peck, figure out like, well, what am I actually doing?
There you go. The first 3 to 4 hours are a little, I'll admit it. Oh, he admitted the game sucked in the first 3 to 4 hours. He said it's a little hunt and peck. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Peck, figure out like, well, what am I?
There's
crazy amount of anticipation.
Like, he doesn't say like, oh, it's exciting and engaging in the first 4 hours. No, he's like, I'll admit it's slow.
And the thing that I love is the confidence that the team has right now.
Yeah.
Like putting out review codes 2 weeks before launch, because it's a big game, and I'll be the first to admit, the first 3 to 4 hours are a little bit hunt and peck, figure out like, well, what am I actually doing? Then you get on a side quest or something, and like the game just like blows up in terms of its epic scale.
So Phil Spencer says, confirmed, we need over 5 hours to enjoy Starfield. What are we doing here? He's been playing it since November. He told you. Right, Nick? 3 to 4 hours wondering what the hell I'm doing here. He said it. Phil Spencer says it. There you go.
Into their strength, but like there is just a crazy amount of anticipation. And the thing that I love is the confidence that the team has right now.
Yeah.
Like putting out review codes 2 weeks before launch, because it's a big game, and I'll be the first to admit, the first 3 to 4 hours are a little bit hunt and peck, figure out like, well, what am I actually doing? Then you get on a side quest or something, and like the game just like blows up in terms of its epic scale. So I love the fact that the team is so confident in giving reviewers time with the game before they're actually reviewing or just talking about what they think of the game.
Excuse me, Phil.
And just behind that,
Given time to reviewers. Excuse me. What are we doing here, Phil? Did you tell me you didn't know about this? You got another ticket on the chin. We have another ticket on the chin moment. Phil, what are we doing here? Access to the game appears to only be heavily restricted in the UK, where Bethesda also did not provide copies of Starfield to other websites and YouTube channels owned by Eurogamer, parent company Reed Pop. What do you mean give an extra hand, Phil? They said that their review is not going to be ready. Hand-picked reviews. GameIndustry.biz did not receive a review code. And then when you're looking at IGN and their reviews, it's a roundabout way of following through Microsoft. Dude, here we go. He's excited that everybody get their hands on. That's confidence. The confidence to who? You handed it to the people that you needed to hand it to. to make sure that you got that review at 88 and then did interviews. And remember with Todd Howard on MSNBC saying, well, oh, what a success, what a success. And then he put his face in a goddamn hole somewhere, and then the reviews proceeded to drop. Do you remember? Do you remember Metacritic scores? Starfield reviews? Do you remember how I never seen reviews drop so much on a game. It went from like an 88 Metacritic to now sitting at an 83, mixed user scores of 5.6, Steam user scores of like 7 or 6, whatever the hell they're at. I've never seen review scores drop so much for a game over a amount of a week. The screenshots are like, it's an 88. Oh, it's an 85. It's an 83. Wait a second. How the hell did we come to here? What are we doing here? And now we're sitting at an 83 with a 7 mixed user score with 11,000 people reviewing the game. Let's look at it at all platforms. I never saw a score drop like 9 points. Is that the Xbox tax, or is that Phil trying to beat the taxes? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. He didn't sound like he sounded confident. Phil, let's hear what more you got to say.
You mirror, if you will, kind of. I think that's how it works. Forza Motorsport's over there.
Yeah.
And that's
Forza Motorsport, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear Phil Spencer hype up Forza Motorsport, knowing what we know now. And tell me if this is a tax. I got the receipts. Tell me, what is this Xbox tax? Because all I'm seeing is, I'll tell you right now, all I'm seeing right in here is,
You heard me right? Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals!
I'm hearing a con man right here. 3 to 4 hours before the game gets good. Oh, damn, Phil Spencer told you right there. It turned into 10 hours after the reviews.
that's out.
Tell us about Forza, Phil. I want to hear about Forza. Tell me about Forza. This is so great on Xbox. Tell me about Forza. Here we go, Grinders. Let's hear what Phil has to say, and then we're going to pull up the receipts. And tell me about this tax.
Too long after Starfield, is it?
That's right. That's October. We did a take-home 2 weeks ago.
Phil did a take-home 2 weeks ago. He got to take the game home and play it.
We got the opening of the game. Looks fantastic.
Looks fantastic. Note, please, everybody, take the quotes. Looks fantastic.
I'm a huge motorsport fan.
Yep.
He's a huge fan.
I'd say Turn 10 for us for a long time in our first party has really been a technical showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 10 has been a technical showcase. Phil Ness, where are you? It's been wait, what did he say? Do I have the? I got my own thing here. It's been a technical show. Where are you, Phil? I lost it. Here you go. I want to hear that again. I want to see. He says, what about Forza?
In our first party has really been a technical showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Tector, the team on the tech side, the stuff that they get the most out of the hardware,
yeah.
I think, of any of our first party teams. They just that's their focus, along with building a great.
Are you hearing these words? Grinder, do you hear? Do you hear? Listen to the words that are coming out of his mouth and tell me that this is the Phil Ness. Tell me. You hear the words. A technical showpiece. They get the best out of the box. Tell me about that tax again. Cha-ching, tell me.
Of the hardware,
yeah.
I think where we got the opening of the game. Looks fantastic. I'm a huge motorsport fan.
Yep.
And I'd say Turn 10 for us for a long time in our first party has really been a technical showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Tector, the team on the tech side, the stuff that they get the most out of the hardware,
yeah.
I think, of any of our first party teams. They just that's their focus, along with building a great racing simulator. And
hey, Phil, what was that again? I need to go back in time here. What was that, Phil?
Series S packs 2 modes, called Performance and in Foliage Density. The Performance on the basic cube map in the Performance RT mode, while the Visuals mode, these modes appear to use dynamic resolution to keep performance up when under load. If we go back to Forza Motorsport 7 for a second, even the lowest resolution mode in Forza Motorsport achieves substantially better image quality. Forza Motorsport 7 is running at a full 2160p with 4x MSAA here, but fails to cleanly resolve fine detail and address specular aliasing. The overall image in Forza Motorsport is much more stable. It does still exhibit some issues at times, but the switch to TAA has definitely paid off here. Series S packs.
Do you see the difference here? Guys, this is the old one. This one on the left. This one's the new one. Do you see? Phil, I need answers, Phil. Tell me about that tax. What did they do again? What about Forza?
Great racing simulator, and the game looks fantastic, and I can't wait for people to get to play. The ray tracing on track looks great.
Oh no, you did not do that, Phil.
Called performance.
You did not do the ray tracing on the track. Oh no.
And basically.
Oh no.
Forza Motorsport is a very good-looking game, and it plays well too. Like prior Forza titles, it feels perfectly responsive to sensibility, and strikes a good balance between on-track realism and playability. Exact same location across all of these cars, or how this overhang flashes across all the cars at the same time. Moreover, early preview footage from the game, as well as some of the shipping game's real-time cinematics, showcase expanded RT reflections, with the environment displayed as well. This is where some understandable consternation online has erupted. It's a bit disappointing that we can't get these in-game, even in the 30fps visuals mode on Series X or on the PC build. Again, what Turn 10 has shipped is totally fine, but expectations were set a bit higher with the game's promotional footage.
Hold on.
On Series S,
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
The ray tracing on track looks great, giving people some options. You'll see all that as they kind of talk about more of the game. But Motorsport is tried like something that one of those franchises I've played since the beginning, and I can't wait for the full release.
Staple, huh?
Yeah,
it's Motorsport is chef's kiss.
Well, and like kudos to Turn 10. They started with Motorsport, expanded to Horizon, so now they built like a sibling franchise.
Would you ship that? What you just played? Would you ship that? What you just played?
Based Motorsport.
Yep.
Chef's
they've
kiss.
done such a really good job of growing the relevance of Forza, both for simulation and arcade players.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Phil, I know one of the things in chat, and many of the fans.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. They. The burden of this tax. The tax. What tax? What tax? What is misunderstood? The fact that you are talking about something and it's not, the carpet don't match the drapes? Over-promising and under-delivering?
Right. Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals!
Wait, Robert Lawrence, you want to hear what we're doing here? Get ready.
About you is how much you love to play the games themselves. So I know just over here.
But Phil's a gamer.
Oh, and you can't see behind me, we've got the Stalker 2 demo, and you've taken that for a spin as well. It's been 16 years since the original, so
Stalker 2,
stood out?
please. We're going to skip that, Phil Ness.
Just love that they've done a good job moving the...
Look at the notes. Look at the notes. Here's the questions for Phil. Even under the game development... What does the notes say? Here's the notes. Ask Phil Spencer.
the Stalker kind of world forward, but being very tried and true to what Stalker's about.
Yeah, for sure. And to be totally...
Let's read the notes. Phil, even under pressure of sucking so much, what do you do?
Be honest, even under the best circumstances in games development, it's super tough. But for GSC, obviously, it's a bit more complex, their situation they've got there. So I want to know, what does it mean to you to see these guys get here?
No, I want to see what's going on. There's something going on over
people across geographies, across races, religions, like
gaming everywhere.
Skyrim has an
Phil Spencer, I got something to say because I saw something here in my video review There's some random there's something going on here. Wait,
This is a team here who's kept this going. They went virtual when new things and free to play happen. ID at Xbox. Well, when we have unmanaged partners that are building games on Xbox, what does that mean for a console? Because we started with this silly.
I want to hear
Elder Scrolls
what the
on our show floor. Sea of Thieves, like a grounded, like a flight sim.
What are we
So many of our-
doing?
It's been erased.
Xbox tattoos! Holy shit!
You just made the list.
Every goddamn video is a friggin' tramp stamp, son of a bitch, Sea of Thieves tattoos! What are we doing here? What the? Holy shit, dude, they're everywhere. This tramp stamping everybody. They're mocking it. Phil Spencer got a whole Brandon station over there. He branded that ass with Sea of Thieves tattoos. Holy shit.
Hold on. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
He branded that ass. He branded. You go to FanFest, you're getting that ass branded. Who the hell is gonna walk out of a place in 2023 with a Sea of Goddamn Thieves tattoo? Dude, that is like getting like a friggin' that's like buying a goddamn Archie commercial. Like, you know, the Archie cartoons or goddamn Betty Boop. Put a goddamn Betty Boop tattoo. They're like, dude, that was from like 1950. What the hell are you wearing a Betty Boop? I'm gonna get a Betty Boop tattoo right now. What, Betty Boop? It's like go and get some like friggin' like black and white cartoon character. It is such an irrelevant game. It's like 2023. I got a Sea of Thieves tattoo. It's like, oh shit, dude, you missed the boat. Oh, he missed the boat. He comes out there, Sea of Thieves, no regrets. Is he talking about tattoos here? Phil Spencer, I need an answer. He's probably like, if you see over there, I'm Brandon Ares.
And I think it's one of the unique things in video games that video games can connect people across geographies.
He mocks
across.
Just like how they mock the cows, the animals, the cattle. If Phil Spencer, he brands their ass.
Races, religions, like it is just a connector of people. And when it's a game like a Sea of Thieves, like a Grounded, like a flight sim, so many of our games now have these Elder Scrolls Online, which has a big over there has a big presence on our show floor. He's across races, religions.
He's
like it is
branded
just a
that ass.
connector of people.
He's branded that
and
ass. You
when
go to
it's a game
FanFest,
like
you're getting your
a
ass
Sea of Thieves, like a
tattooed.
Grounded, like a flight sim.
He's getting velocity architecture on his ass. Get the hell out of here. Goddamn 12 teraflops of Phil Ness.
So many of our games now have
Bazooka Joe. You're gonna go there fucking Bazooka.
these Elder Scrolls Online, which has a big over there.
Oh my God! What are we? I get this. I can't even.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy
Who's
Spirit,
giving out
activate. Holy
Sea of Thieves
Spirit,
tattoos
activate.
in 2023?
Activate.
Goddamn Sea of Thieves, the housefly that doesn't die, dude. Is he paying the Xbox tax? Holy crap! Sea of Thieves, goddamn tattoo booth. Holy shit, tramp stamps. You have to go behind the net. They're gonna give a tramp stamp, a velocity architecture right up the ass. The goddamn booty's coming in with his vapor chamber tattoo right up his asshole. There it is. Holy shit! What the hell are we doing here? Branding these people. Every friggin' event, every goddamn they show these friggin' Xbox shows up. We're at Gamescom this year. They always have a tattoo booth. They got a friggin' tattoo. They want to brand their people. They got to brand that ass. Brand that ass. There it is. Sea of Thieves tattoos in 2023. It's not even relevant anymore. Maybe if they're branding your ass with a Starfield, Sea of Thieves, that's some old ass game. From 2017, you're getting that ass branded. In a forgettable game, goddamn Sea of Thieves. They were giving out Chips Ahoy 5 years ago. Holy shit. True Virgil, is that you? True Virgil. There's True Virgil right here. True Virgil. How many tattoos do you have on your arm right now, tattoo? I don't... guys. That Xbox tax is real, though. It's real. It's real. Oh, man. How do you have a Sea of Thieves booth In 2023. True tramp stamps. 2018 it came out. Oh, man, I missed it all year. Holy sh... Let's see if Phil Nelson has any more else in this.
Where Ed and I have known each other for a long time, head of the team behind Mortal Kombat, but we tend to cross ourselves on stage all the time. It happened last night at OLN.
Congratulations last night, by the way.
Anyway. Oh, yeah, congratulations. Because you know, the one thing that's not getting snubbed, the one thing that doesn't get snubbed, the one person that doesn't get snubbed, he don't care about Game of the Year because he's winning awards, biatch.
I'm with Phil Spencer, Xbox CEO and winner of a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Done! Lifetime Achievement.
Phil. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Phil, you've had so many amazing accomplishments over the past 10 years or a very long career. What's your greatest accomplishment?
You know, the thing
Telling people not to buy games.
I'm probably most proud of is the team that I get to work with that we've been able to build over many years. People who make it, they have a lot of choices in where they're going to work.
Somebody's winning awards, not the games,
probably
though.
Too much time in their life.
Xbox
and
games don't win
an
awards.
Amazing team that's dedicated to.
But there's no media
doing the best
bias
they
here.
can.
No, there's no
And what do you
Xbox tax
hope
when Phil Spencer
for the next
is winning
10
lifetime
years?
achievements.
I talked about it a little bit on stage that I'm just such a believer in the social connection that gaming can bring to individuals.
Girl's like, I heard this before.
I see connections that are made between social kind of boundaries, economic boundaries.
He's winning
and I just
awards. He
hope
won
as an
awards,
industry
bitch.
we continue to make our
He
art
don't
form
care
more
about Jeff
accessible
Keighley's
to more
awards. He has his
people in
own.
more places.
And you care so much about games. Do you have a message for all the fans out there who care about games as much as you do?
Well, one is keep
World
playing.
peace. Goddamn Phil Spencer, world peace. Holy Jesus.
Keep using your
Oh,
voice.
Frog, let's go, Frog. I'm getting you,
understand the
Frog.
power of creativity, the power of community, and then the other thing I would just say is let's
Buy an Xbox. Oh, damn.
respect creators. I think it's very.
Oh, man, this says they're a bowling team. Oh, shit. Another classic Phil Spencer frozen face. Oh, no, man, I missed it. Another classic Phil Ness face.
Understand the
I need-
power
I
of
froze it
creativity
on there.
used as and create something,
World
put it
peace.
out, have their kind of peers, the industry players play and analyze and talk about what they do, and let's just celebrate the fact that so many great games are coming out from so many creators, and realize that that's just such kind of a foundation for where this industry is going to go.
Get in
Phil
there,
Spencer,
Frog.
congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yo, he winning awards. He got his own goddamn award. He don't need no Keeley's. So everybody, don't get mad at Keeley. Phil Spencer makes his own goddamn awards. He won a Greenhouse Award. He won a Greenhouse Award. Didn't he win like a green screen award? What the hell he won? God, Phil's been winning all this stuff. He wins all the awards, bitch. He don't care. He don't need the Keeleys. So everybody, when you think about how games get snubbed, just think Phil Spencer's winning awards, bitch. He's winning awards. He don't care. He won the Greenhouse Award. Where's the Phil Spencer Greenhouse Award? This is the Greenie Award. Wait, there we go.
Your favorite game?
Where is he?
Sputter, which is kind of the character.
There's another one. He's not done yet, everybody. He's not done yet.
We hope we picked the right one because we were all creators and instead towards each other as we advance and amplify joy together. This is the echo effect of gaming joy. Thank you for this honor tonight, and thank you all for making the brave choice to put joy in the world.
Joy. That's right, Phil. Where is it?
Yo. Yo.
What's up, Frogs? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm finally back, man.
You're finally back. Oh my
Finally
goodness.
back.
The goddamn Carmen San Diego here.
Man, LA, man, I tell you.
I love LA.
Hey, to live and die in LA, man, I had an eventful time out there, man.
That's good, man. Glad you're back.
Got to see a lot of things and things I already realized. Like, hey, all I'm gonna let y'all know is Hollywood is fake, fake, fake. Do
Oh,
not
damn.
believe anything you see on TV. Look, as many sports events we went to, as many talk shows we went to, and concerts. What I can tell you is Hollywood is fake.
Hollywood's fake.
We all knew it, but to see it firsthand, wow.
Really?
That's all I can say is wow. Yeah, me and the wife went to Jennifer Hudson's show. We went to Kurt Franklin's concerts. We went to Clippers games. We went to so many freaking Little Boosie album release. We went to so many freaking things. And let me tell you something. One thing I can say is the entertainment. As far as Hollywood, what you see on TV is not real. It's not real. It's all scripted. It's all scripted. So I don't believe anything these guys at Xbox say about this and that and that. And unless I'm sitting there, look, let me tell you something. I'm sitting in LA and I'm watching people talk about this PlayStation Portal, about it's this, it's that, it's laggy, it's a piece of. Then I get back home. No, number one, I saw it when I was in LA, so I already knew.
Where'd you see it?
Yeah. I don't know. LA is one of those places that you can randomly just see. What do they call them? What do they call them? Like kiosks? Not are called kiosks. I think there's like new products coming out. Like they'll demo new products. PlayStation Portal was there, and they were showing something. It was downtown near the arena. And what I can tell you is, it was just a guy out there, and he was showing some tech, and then one of the PlayStation Portal was one of the new techs he's showing. He was like, "Oh, you can tell he didn't work for Sony, but he was just a tech guy. He was just showing new tech."
You're my number one
And
customer.
what I can say, being back home now, having it in my hand, my wife has it hooked because it's primarily for her because I got a monitor. I don't have a problem with it. I've played a couple of different variety of games. I would not recommend, this is my personal opinion. I wouldn't recommend playing like a Twitch shooter like a COD on there.
Yeah, I tried it. Yeah, I tried some Fortnite on there. It was
but
a little tough.
Yeah, and so Twitch shooters. I don't know. I think any single player aspect game, a game you just want to sit there and play on your own, that doesn't require you having to have that crazy connection with the. No, I don't think that's what you want to play on this thing. I think over time to get better. And I saw so many people just they would just it's like there were a lot of people talking about it that you can tell didn't know what they were talking about or didn't have it in hand. And I was like, what are you guys talking about? There's some of the things, I haven't really been too active in the X or Twitter spaces, whatever they want to call them, but I've been seeing some of the things. I'm like, yo, you know what? At my age, man, I can't deal with the buffoonery and clownery that some of these people, the stuff that people put out. I'm like, are you guys idiots or what? Like, how do you guys not know that this is what you're talking about is false? We watch the whole
Frog,
Game Awards
I got
thing.
The thing of Tom Warren hyping up the G Cloud at $350.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something.
And meanwhile, he's like, I don't understand why this would exist. No cloud.
Let me tell you something, Jazz. After watching the Game Award nominees and people had meltdowns because Starfield didn't get nominated as Game Award, there's something wrong in this whole social media aspect. People are idiots. I don't know. I don't understand. I thought it would get nominated just because of clout.
That's what I thought.
And it didn't. And I'm gonna be honest. I thought it would get nominated for that reason, not because it's a good game.
Same here.
But
I know
just
we were
because.
wrong. I know we were wrong.
I'm happy we were wrong because it shows that okay, if you don't produce good stuff, you're not getting nominated. It got nominated in RPG category. We know it's not winning that category at all. It's Starfield has no chance of winning anything, and that's fine by me. But you can look at other places like the Golden Globe, joysticks, and all that. And you can see that they apparently the way they do their stuff. I don't know how Spider-Man wasn't nominated, but then it wins this. Like their whole way of just nominating stuff is
Did
broken.
Starfield win
So
anything at the joysticks? I think like they had like 30
I
nominees,
think it.
and it was
I
in there.
think it won one thing, but I couldn't tell you
But
what
it
it won.
wasn't in. Yeah, like let me look because I think it was in. It wasn't in the top 5, and this is the thing. Like
No,
Golden,
no, it wasn't.
The Golden
Spider-Man wasn't either, which was weird because it met the date line, but the way they got their whole thing scripted, there's just a lot of look. Let me tell you something. I go back to Hollywood is not real. There's a lot of scripted stuff that's going on, and you can clearly see it. And when somebody calls it out, I'm like, oh, this is
Spider-Man
definitely
got cut
scripted.
off. I think because they came out before Spider-Man. I don't know.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense because it got nominated in another category. It doesn't
then
make
maybe
sense.
Not. Then, well, no. Well, I'm going to show
So-
you where I saw somebody had a list of them.
It's such a weird thing, Jazz. Just sitting here watching, just sitting back, taking a back seat, and just watching everything, not really saying anything, just looking at the conversations people have. There are a lot of idiots out there. The whole console war stuff. I don't even do that anymore. I don't care about that. It's been over for Xbox and a day and it's a dollar. It's a day and a dollar late. I don't think that people realize there's really no conversation to be had when it comes to Xbox, And then I get home and I got my new monitor. I'm excited to play Modern Warfare 3, and this is probably one of the worst CODs I've ever played. This COD is so broken.
I didn't even touch
It's so, bro. Let me tell you, this COD is so. I'm playing games. The map is glitching in and out. The spawns are atrocious. They got Modern Warfare 2 guns in there, and they're like, yeah. No, I'm definitely not playing it wrong. I play COD every year. I'm definitely not playing it wrong. This COD is broken. This COD is broken, and I don't know how they thought it would be okay to release a $69 DLC and act like it's okay, and people were going to be okay with this and not speak out. And it boggles my mind that.
Is
they
it
really
worse
had the
than
nerve to
the
do
beta,
this,
right? Because we played the beta. Is it worse?
Yes, it's worse than the beta. The hit detection, dude, it takes. Let me tell you, the time to kill. It takes so many bullets in a full magazine to put somebody down, and I can be accurate. Now, granted, I can go in there and I can do my thing, but I'm like, yo, I'm hitting you, and if my magazine has 30 bullets, and I can be hitting you either cinemass or trying to get your headshot. I'm still taking anywhere between 8 to 10 bullets to put you down. I'm like, and at the end of the game, I'm like, I did bad. I'm still getting 25 kills, maybe 7 deaths. So that's not bad when you're playing hard point or kill confirmed or dom or something like that. But the fact of the matter is, I'm looking through the game and I'm like, yo, I got killed, fell under the map. I see somebody's under the map. And what I can tell you is, and this is just me. Maybe it's not a me thing. I turn crossplay off, I get a better experience. When I turn crossplay on, it's horrible.
Really?
Crossplay, something about crossplay is not good this year. I don't know if it's a PC players or I think it's a PC players. But when I turn crossplay off, my game works perfectly. When I turn crossplay on, I swear people were cheating. I got killed by a guy and I swore he was under the map.
Oh no.
And then the other thing, Jez, this is so confusing. And I'm not going to blame this on Microsoft. I say a lot of people saying, "Oh, since Microsoft, it's their fault." It's not Microsoft's
but
fault.
I do think it was because they were in the acquisition period that I
Yes,
said before,
yes.
like a lot of business decisions and a lot of production gets halted when you're in
the acquisition. Yes, the acquisition did play a part of some of this game's development, but I can't blame this on Microsoft. This is the Activision thing. I honestly think this is the laziest Call of Duty we've ever gotten. I honestly, I think I had put on their Twitter, hey, I can't start my game. Can anybody? This is when the story mode came out because Call of Duty now is a hub. It's just Call of Duty. They just want it to be a hub, and you just go into every year. You just go into this hub, and you get the new game is in the hub. That's what it's going to be. Every year it's going to be just a hub. And what this gotta, and this is what I'll say, and I'll let you go on because I want to understand what this whole Xbox tax thing is. What I got to say is this: is seeing that this game went to a hub style based game where now it's becoming like a real service.
Yeah.
Understand this game is not going to get better. It's going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get worse. And and I think they had to do this hub thing because they're like, we're getting acquired. We got to make this game this kind of model where it's really, really, really games as a service, which it already was, but it is truly, when you turn it on now, it just says Call of Duty. It doesn't say Modern Warfare 3. It doesn't say any number. It just says Call of Duty. It's not until you get into the deeper screens that it'll pop up, oh, you can play Modern Warfare 2 or 3 or
Like,
Modern
it's
Warfare
almost
1.
like,
So
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the Fortnite page now. You
Yeah,
know how the
yes,
Fortnite has like all the
yes.
different game modes and all that other stuff?
Yes,
That's
that's
exactly
what it is.
Call of Duty
It's
looks like. It's
exactly
just
what it
like
is.
this Call of Duty hub, and each of those things are like
Yep.
experiences. Like here's your multiplayer
And it's
games, here's your campaign.
in the game.
Spec
Look,
Ops.
and the game looks good, right? The game moves well. There's some really, really glaring issues with this game as far as hit detection. As far as time to kill, there's some. Oh, the spawns are horrible. You have a lot of people. You have a lot of people you can tell, like a lot of the younger crowd. They've never played these maps. They were too young
That's
to
the
understand
Xbox
what these
app,
maps
they
are.
said.
And I'll tell you that these guys get on here and they will sit in corners and just get kills. They will not run around and play because they don't know these maps. So I've heard a lot of guys talking on, just listen to on the mic. They're like, man, I ain't never. You can tell there's a lot of new people to this game, so that could be good. But the fact that you can sit here and tell me, oh yeah, we have planned map DLC, and what it's going to be is Modern Warfare 2 maps that we had in Modern Warfare 2, but they're going to be in their own separate playlist. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That's a slap in the face to everybody who plays this game, who enjoys Call of Duty. This year, this is the biggest slap. This is worse than Phil Spencer. They're telling you straight to your face, you spent $70 and we're going to give you maps that you had in the last Call of Duty, and it's putting this one. Not just tell you we're giving you the Call of Duty maps from the early 20s, 2020, what, 14, 20. We're going to give you maps that we know for a fact that you've already played on. We're going to give you things like you got all these weapons in here and they're all nerfed. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I think we just gotten to the point where when you say games as a service, truly prepare for what it is. It's not going to be anything special. What we thought Call of Duty should be and could be, it's a former shell of itself. And I'm just like disappointed. Like, I'm still playing it. I'm still trying to enjoy it and get I feel like I spent my money. I want to get my pleasure out of it. But geez, man, at what lengths do I say, nah, I'm done? You know, at what lengths do we as a Call of Duty community say I'm done?
It'll be like shorter and shorter legs.
And
right?
guess what, Jez? Same with Destiny 2. I've been playing Destiny since, and I'm just looking at the complaints I've had for Destiny. I don't care about these guys getting fired. You know, people get fired all the time. People get new jobs. You can tell the quality wasn't there from Destiny, and it's not a PlayStation's fault. It's a Bungie problem. It's primarily it was a Bungie and Activision problem. I think that's why they left Activision.
Yeah.
I think Activision is a freaking demon itself. They freaking
Activision
just take things and destroy them.
I can't wait to see how Microsoft manages Activision. Like,
I don't see how they manage. They can't even manage their own company.
Exactly. How are they managing their own company?
Their own studios. They can't manage their own studios, man. How do you manage?
Studios, then ZeniMax.
How do you manage it? How do you manage stuff? You can't make you can't make a Halo game. You can't make a Fable game.
Franchises.
Like your own franchises. You're killing. Like, I don't understand how you're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna manage this." How do you manage something?
I don't know.
It's basically unmanageable.
It's their problem now. Like that's the unfortunate thing. Like I'm showing the Eurogamer review. Like this being the worst reviewed Call of Duty. Like this is what
bad.
Microsoft's starting point is now with Call of Duty. Like
It's
they
bad.
gotta dig themselves. They just inherited this problem. You know,
and
probably sell and make
you
the
know what
money,
makes
and
me
they don't
you know what
care,
makes me
but
really
are they
you
going
know
to
what really
Call of Duty
disgusses
back
me
to the limelight, dude? I don't know.
You know what disgusses me, Jazz? People
now they
who
just got.
want a fanboy will sit there and tell you, "Oh, you don't like it because it's on Xbox. Microsoft owns it." No, I've been playing Call of Duty more than some of these Xbox guys out here that claim they are big fans of the franchise. They're not fans of the franchise. They're fans of the acquisition.
Exactly.
They're acquisition warriors.
Yeah.
They're acquisition warriors. They love the acquisitions. And instead of saying, "Look, I don't play," I've gotten to the point in my age, I'd rather call you out and just tell you you're an idiot, you're a nutso. You don't like the franchise, okay, but don't sit here and act like, oh, like because I'm calling it out now, it's because Microsoft owns it. No,
well, that's the tax.
This
Frog.
game is.
That's the. You want to know what the Xbox tax is?
Yeah,
That's
what is the tax? I need to know.
You cannot. If Xbox is perceived as evil, and anything that they touch has this this negativity over it. And now now the taxes. And you know what's hilarious? So let me get these super chats, and now we're going to get into the tax here. Maniola says with the 5, he goes, the disservice to the entire gaming industry. Who do they think they are? How much is the Xbox mindshare? Like 10% of the industry. What are we doing here? That's right, Maniolas. And then Stonewall 14-month VIP, and then Twisted Sync $2 says, great to have you back, Frogs. We missed you. That's right, Frog, we missed you. And True Virgil, flexing his goggling, says, Jim could never win an award. Sony didn't get taxed when paying for Spider-Man 2 nomination. When Phil tried, they taxed him double. All hail Starfield and Redfall. Oh, damn. True Virgil putting Redfall in there. True Virgil, man. Your mouth is big enough for the 2 balls of Herman Holtz over there, man. Pause. Holy Jesus.
You really need to stop
Virgil.
that.
There we go.
Stop being asinine, man. You know that. Straight troll.
I
don't think it's the remix.
Dude, he's double goggling with that one. Oh man, but True Virgil, welcome. 7 months,
he's
man.
More than gargling.
I can't believe True. He's been there for 7 months, hanging on the quality nuts, and still spewing things like this. True Virgil, I thought you would get cleansed, but anyway, maybe another few more months under there.
Balls. Phil Spencer's balls. That's what's cleansing.
Give him a year under some quality nuts. He'll realize what the hell's going down over there. Speaking of the VIPs, shout out to the VIP grinders. What am I talking about? There they are. Shout out to the VIPs. Quality. Because on the other end of this, we're going to talk about the tax. And what is the tax? Shout out to the VIPs. He's moving. I'm going to have to move him back now. After that comment, he has to go back a little to the left between the 2 nuts. Oh, damn. Anyway, so back to this thing. So, yeah, so, like, that's the thing. This whole, like, tax thing where they're trying to play the victim now. They're trying to be that Xbox is just not... They don't know the true value and the true capabilities of this console. And I just showed Phil Spencer talking about and hyping up these games that did not come out ready to play. Forza not at launch edition. Starfield, he says 4 hours to get
Forza
used to
not
it.
at launch edition.
That's exactly the
That's
Forza
hilarious.
So like he said it, and then we even have like here's some more Phil Ness. Here's Sandra Bullock interviewing Phil Ness. I got another interview here. Let's hear what Phil has to say about what is he talking about? Xbox's future, and let's hear more about Phil Ness. Let's see some more to understand why this tax exists. Because if I remember, Starfield and Redfall were pumped up. They were hyped. It was last year at this time. It was all about, oh man, Sony, you got God of War, but guess what? Next year, the Wrath is coming your way. The Phil Spencer Wrath. We're going to see what Bethesda. We're coming with Redfall, Starfield, Hellblade. They're all coming. Forza. It's all coming next year, 2023. You're going to get it. Xbox is back. It was supposed to be back with Halo Infinite. Get ready. Redfall dropping. And guess what? It wasn't just the fans. It was Phil Ness himself.
Are in the current console generation. I'm just wondering if things have kind of unfolded as Xbox expected. It seems like there's been a lot of variables so far.
So this one, she's talking about, this is earlier in the year, and this is Phil explaining why his numbers are not good. We just saw the numbers. We saw, what is that, Frog? Did you see that console sales were down?
I actually didn't see the numbers.
Oh man, console sales were down, but
I believe it.
Wait, I'll tell you this. Ready? First off,
now we're talking about all console sales and particularly Xbox.
We're talking about, here we go. Chris Dring. This is just because I want you to hear what Phil said earlier in the year with the year over year, and hear and see what's happening now, because he gives you a different picture than actually what's happening. Spider-Man 2 sold slightly better than God of War Ragnarok. Here we go. Where's the console sales? Console sales are down.
That is surprising.
Ready for
that? Is surprising that's surprising that God of War sold as many as it did, and looking at Spider-Man, there's some surprises I saw.
Yeah, and then where? Oh, is this his one with the where it was down? It was decline. No. Now he did another one. Where's his other one? Here it is. In the UK, October was a good month if your game features a word spider and super, but it was a tough month for console sales. Sales down 4% for PlayStation. Now remember, they were transitioning from the fat one to the slim one. So they were transitioning. They announced that a new model was coming. So would you go run out and go buy the old one for the same price?
No.
Probably not. So they were down 4%. Xbox console down 33%. And
I think
Switch
Sick Humor's
was
song says it best. No one wants an Xbox.
Down 33%. These are huge ass numbers. I'm just in shock. That was there. Then in NPD they hit third again. And there's Satya, sad Satya, talking about this. And then the whole tax of Frog's, listen to the video.
Well, yeah,
I'm here and my dog is barking. I had to mute
myself. This is the Major
Nelson
Nelson video that people were saying how this tax, this negative opinion of Microsoft and Xbox, right?
I think you're not getting the credit you deserve this generation.
We never will.
Yeah.
We never will.
Yeah.
We've seen this. It's like we know that there's a different yardstick for the different developers. It's like we know that there's a different yardstick for the different developers.
Snap. Right.
The Nintendo guys are great. I've got my Switch right here in case I want to play Fortnite.
Yep.
So I mean, those guys are great. I talked to Reggie the other day. The guys over at PlayStation, they're executing. They've had tremendous success this time around. But, it's funny, with us, I think it's maybe because, I don't know. So I think people like, I hate Windows because I have to use it at work or I'm doing email or I don't want to do this PowerPoint for work. So I don't know if some of that anxiety and whatnot drifts over to Xbox. But, we just want to do the best we can for gamers.
Because people don't like Excel. They don't like Xbox, Major Nelson. Come on now. Take your flower shirts. He's retired now with this craziness. But they did this whole, they're not getting the credit that they deserve. All right. I just showed you Phil Ness of Motorsport, him saying he played it, him saying that he actually hands-on to it. It's his favorite game. And then Digital Foundry's analysis of it saying what they shown was not the real ray tracing. And the console, Forza 7, looks better than Forza Motorsport. I don't think that that's just a bad thing. I don't think that warrants attacks it was a great game, they just don't like it because it's Microsoft. No, it's because they suck. You have to earn respect. You cannot disrespect gamers. You cannot show them something and not deliver on it. And how do you do that so many times? And people are just going to assume the worst with you because you have constantly not delivered. You released 2 consoles without launch games. The 1X, yes, that was a mid-gen, so we gave it a pass. And then a whole generation with a Series X and S. You delayed Halo, and there was nothing else. No partnerships, no second-party deals, nothing that you made exclusively to have launch with your console. You bet everything on Craig and Halo. And tell me that you're going to... And what's crazy is that the media lets you live for that. They said what a great packaging the Series X has, the potential of the Series X. Medium is coming in March. They could have roasted you, and they let you live because they wanted to be optimistic for you and not destroy you on day one, but you launched with no console. The Xbox Series X launched with nothing. Xbox One launch, Boca, was great. That was the old school. The Series X launched with nothing. You launched 2 goddamn consoles. We knew about these consoles before even the PlayStation 5. You called them Project Scarlet and Project Lockhart. You spoke about them at E3 stage, calling it Project Scarlet the most powerful console a year and a half before it released. And then when it came to prime time and they said $500, you weren't ready for prime time. You overpromised and underdelivered. How many times are you going to continue to do that? You hyped up Halo, Bonnie and the team, and you release your pop franchise like that, and you say the God of Wars, the God of Wars, the Marios, the Zeldas, everybody gets the game of the year. You want to know why? Is because those companies respect their identity in their IP. They respect quality. And that even drifted off into their movies with The Last of Us. People can't wait for the filming of The Last of Us Season 2. Anybody wondering
You just made the list!
Anybody wondering where Master Chief Paramount Plus Edition is? Season 2? Where we see him. We already saw his full ass. He's going to get a colonoscopy at the next season. Goddamn, Master Chief bare ass. Did anybody care about the Master Chief IP when he's shoving Cortana in his ass? When she's supposed to be in his suit? Or when Master Chief, we don't know what he looks like, but the son of a bitch takes off his helmet in the first goddamn episode, and then he's stripped butt-ass naked in the goddamn by the season end? Having sex with Covenants and all this other stuff? Who was there to say, that's not our brand? That's not Halo. That's not our Chief. We got to keep Chief protected because that's our IP. That's our identity. Nope. They just shot him out there, said bare ass and all. Master Cheeks. Head him out. So you got to look at the Mario movie. Look at when you have an identity, you respect that identity and that's your IP. Microsoft didn't do that. So they had that IP. They had those games. Look what they just did to Forza. Look what they did. Anybody want Crackdown 3? Crackdown 4. Anybody want Crackdown 4? They've done such a good job with that IP. Can they build that out? Anybody want it? Anybody? Hello? Anybody want Crackdown? Because it was such a great one. No. You can't hurt your identity. You got to make those games. When they come out, that has to be the pinnacle of quality because that's coming from you. And they lost their way with that. And because of that, they're struggling right now with identity. What is Xbox? You want to know what Xbox is? You know what it turned into? That's why.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go! Yes!
That's what it is.
Yes!
That's their identity. Not the games.
You just made the list!
Not their games. Their identity is him. That's why they rally around him. Save us. You saved Xbox, now save it again. Save what? So if you constantly disappoint, why is there an expectation that you're going to do better? So is there a bias? I'm sure there is. But where's that bias come from? It comes from their consistent over-promising and under-delivering. And because nobody was talking about Xbox tax when the PS3 was getting shit on for looking like a George Foreman grill, and 360 was rolling the dice, doing everything. Getting BioShock, nobody was saying Xbox gets the raw end of the deal because they're associated with Microsoft. No. That didn't happen until Microsoft tried to impose its shit on Xbox and made it an entertainment console and not care about the gamers. And Sony said, nah, we are good. We're going to come back to gamers. It was all self-inflicted. Everything that Xbox gets to it right now, they don't get the credit. It's because they don't earn the credit, because they have not produced what they want, what they promised. How many videos can you go and watch him just blatantly lie and tell you he hears you, he will do better, we're learning, we're new at this, 22 years in, we're new. Get the hell out of here. There is a bias. There is. The Xbox tax is real. But it's real because they made it that way. That's what it is, frogs. I don't know. I say it is because they did it to themselves. You consistently disappoint. You destroy your IP and branding. Yes. What are you going to do about it? Be better, right? Don't be shit. I'll make Kratos say it.
Do not be sorry.
Talk is cheap. You keep talking and yapping, videos all over the place, blah, blah, blah.
You just made the list.
You don't. And what you do to respond to that, you don't say this.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true.
That the head of Xbox is saying, don't make great games. That's what you want. The head of gaming
just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality of most people, like 90% of the people.
And then on top of that, where is it, Phil?
Build a great Project Scarlet.
Yeah, Project Scarlet. It was the one where he says we lost the worst generation. Where's that one? I need that one.
Just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality of.
I don't know where it is. But you know he said that they lost the worst generation to lose, right? So if they consider last generation losing and they're selling less this generation with 2 consoles, what the hell is this generation? Crooked Vulture gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Crooked Vulture. And member for 19 months, Maniola's Gran Turismo was fire too. And then member for 12 months, Ron M. From what they observed of the Series X hardware is sound in Windows being its biggest drawback is the Series S cluster of machine. Exactly. Well, that's their thing. That is their problem. They created the S because they want to go to...
I'm trying to use the phone!
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's hear what Phil said about the future of Xbox. Let's listen to the Phil Ness.
It's definitely, there's been a lot going on. You think about the last few years in stuff that all of us have had to deal with. In terms of where we are as Xbox, I'm incredibly confident in the plan that we have, the strategy that we have, and the teams. We just today, we had a meeting with the entire team and we talk about our path forward. We're in the entertainment industry, and the entertainment industry is one that's built on hits that aren't always predictable.
The entertainment industry. Yo, what's up, Crooked? Yo, Supermod. What's up, man? How you doing? He didn't say gaming industry. He said entertainment industry. Oh, damn.
Meeting with the entire team and we talk about
He's confident.
our path forward.
He's confident.
We're in the entertainment industry, and the entertainment industry is one that's built on hits that aren't always predictable. We're, like you said, we're seeing that right now with Hi-Fi Rush. It's a business that is driven by
You just made the list.
People falling in love with the things that you're building, and also being persistent and being brave as an organization. And this team has done some things that maybe weren't expected of them in terms of things like Game Pass and xCloud. And when I look forward at the games that we're building and the platform ambition that we have, and it just gives me more and more confidence in where we're going. But definitely the game industry is not one for the faint of heart. It's not one for somebody who teams that want to play it safe. And I love the ambition that Team Xbox has, and it's a privilege to be part of this team.
Truly, the games industry is not for the faint of heart. I can attest to that. But focusing very briefly, specifically on 343, I think there's been a lot of questions about its role going forward because it's been particularly impacted by the layoffs. They released a statement saying that they will continue to develop Halo now and in the future, but amid the cuts, and we're given to understand that support studios or additional help may be brought in. I'm just curious, can you shed more light on 343's role going forward?
Absolutely. But I'm going to start because I think sometimes it gets a little bit lost in the discussion about Halo and 343, which will always be iconic for Xbox. It's just the launch of Halo Infinite a little over a year ago, and the quality and of execution that team put into the game. I thought it was fantastic. And it's obviously we're talking about the following year, and I'll go into, I think there are some missteps that we made as a team, absolutely. But I don't want to take away from the fact that the team did a really good job delivering a great Halo game.
Would you ship
I think
that? What you just
reviewers
played?
commented on that. We definitely saw players last year playing and the success that game had. At the same time, when we launched that game, we know we needed to make some commitments to people about the content updates and our timing on those and the quality, and we didn't hit our own bar for doing that. And I believe in the team that's there, Pierre and the leadership team and the plan that they have. Pierre Heinz, he's the studio head now, has been on Halo for a long time. He's worked on Master Chief that they'll be working on. They're excited about the plan.
Halo Infinite, including new story content. I'm just wondering, is that still in place?
I'm going to let 343 talk about the plans that they have right now, that people know they have the next season that's coming up and they're excited about that. They've got some other things, some rumored, some announced that they'll be working on.
What was that, Phil?
They like the work that plans that they have right now.
You are the head of Xbox.
People know they have the.
What do you mean, some rumored?
Next season that's coming up, and they're excited about that. They've got some other things, some rumored, some announced that they'll be working on. They're excited about the plan forward. I look at, say, like the work that they've done on Forge and the amazing support we've had from creators there. The timeline for Halo is always going to be one of those things in my mind that is part of Xbox lore, part of just the foundation of what Xbox is about. And I expect that we'll be continuing to support and grow Halo for as long as the Xbox is a platform for people to play. So I think the timeline goes on, aligned with Xbox, and I want to make sure the team's set up to succeed with that.
Looking.
All right. Yeah. That's a very long-winded. It sounds confidence. It sounds like excuses galore for their biggest franchise. Like, we're looking at it. We took it on the chin. I'm sorry. I'm learning. We got some rumored, some announced. Like, dude, like what? Like, stop. Just stop. Get some friggin' help. But like, exactly. It's like, this is, you want to hear, I'm going to give you, here's the Xbox tax.
Oh no! We suck again!
There you go. Stutter and tell them how it is, dude.
We have one goal, which is to bring more games to more gamers on all platforms and provide more choice for publishers everywhere and developers everywhere. And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our our cloud and community really is about driving that choice and that opportunity. And so we feel very, very confident. Of course, any acquisition of this size will go through scrutiny, but we feel very, very confident that we'll come out. We are number 4, number 5, depending on how you count in gaming. In fact, the number 1 player, in this case, Sony, I think even in this period has acquired 3 companies. So if this is about competition, let us have competition.
You are horrible at your job. You've been this way for years. Excuses. Wait to cloud. Wait to Game Pass. Now wait to AI. Wait to E3. Halo, Craig, your biggest franchise gets a joke, a meme. Then you release the game after a year delay with missing content and promise it a year later, not to mention the E3 of that year where you promised games in the next 12 months, and then you had to take it on the chin when those games didn't come out this year. How many times are you going to lie to your customers and misrepresent your brand and just hype up stuff and underdeliver? Redfall was all talk last year at this time. Wait till Redfall. Redfall's coming. 30 frames, game is up. Done. They just spent you 6 months now to send you a sniper rifle. Dude, there's people that bought the Bite Back edition, the Ass edition, whatever the hell they bought, still don't have the new characters or the stuff they paid for. The $100 edition to Redfall. Where's that? But they gave you a free sniper rifle 6 months later, after the 60 frames in October. So, how often do you do that with your first party? These are not bad deals, second party deals, blame the devs type thing. These are the things that you purchased. These are your first party. This should be the representation, Forza, of the brand. How many times are you going to continue to do that and not expect a bias to develop? You suck. You fail. You don't deliver on what's promised. So why should people believe what you say? And when you ship something, people look at it with optimism. So I'm not saying here that they automatically declare it a 6 or a 7, because there was no Xbox tax when Halo got Player's Voice Award and goddamn 85s and 87s on Metacritic. Everybody loved themselves some Halo. Nobody was saying, oh, Halo got a bias to them. There was no bias then. There's a lot of people that fell for the optimism, thinking this is a chance for Xbox to return, to later find out 6 or 7 months later that they basically should have took that back because they believed in the wrong thing. They celebrated Halo going, they're back. Oh man, they're going to add content. And then in 6 months, they went back to their traditional thing of not delivering, over-promising and under-delivering. And people said, I was wrong about Halo. I was wrong. It wasn't good. Oh, really? Where were you? The game didn't change. You played the same game 6 months ago, but all of a sudden you changed your mind because you knew you were capping for the goddamn game, because you were hoping this comeback Rocky Balboa story that they want Xbox to have. They want this Xbox Rocky Balboa coming on in. I'll hear no bell. I'll knock you down. My fight's outside. Yeah, they want a Rocky Balboa come back. Well, you can't come back if you're not punching. And every time when you talk in a big game, my fight is outside, and you go to the fight, then you run away and say, Xbox tax, no, leave me alone. Stop picking on me. Well, you were talking a big fight inside. You were saying you're going to come back, wielding your $70 billion wallet, saying you're going to buy up everybody. Well, now, as I said before so many times on this channel, and I have a whole video on it, with great power comes great responsibility. So if you think the burdens of Microsoft and Xbox are going to automatically be recede back, oh no, they put a bullseye on their back, because now they bought all this IP. So expectations are now going to be even more so, rather than them really honing down and making quality games that are celebrated. And I said the word games, not game, not one game a year that we're going to try to squeeze into a game of the year because it's all we got. No, consistent quality games. When you talk about confidence, you see how Sony announced their game. Spider-Man they showed full-ass gameplay. I was saying, where's that Starfield straight-up gameplay? Where's the dude getting a mission, going to space, and going back on a planet? No. It was all swipes. It was developers walking slow motion in the hallway. It was dopey asses eating lunch in the goddamn Bethesda lunchroom. It was some guy sitting on a couch with a TV behind them with some raw-ass footage miles away. And Todd Howard in the foreground. It was them smiling at a computer screen, looking at goddamn mesh shaders and shit. Show the goddamn game of what we're gonna play. Sony said, here's Spider-Man swinging around, all goddamn, here's straight up gameplay. Boom. They said, no, spoilers in Starfield. What's the spoiler? The loading screens. The fact that you could teleport across the galaxy with a press of a button and a bunch of loading screens in between? Where's the confidence there? Redfall, again, didn't show a straight up mission. Go do them. No, it was all just like cuts and swipes, hiding glitches and bugs. Let me ask you a question. You want confidence? Where's the straight up Hellblade 2 gameplay? I showed you the video on Monday where he was arguing about Fable being gameplay. What do you mean it's not gameplay? Well, behind the back, and, Mankind, goddamn Jeff Grubb was trying to tell him about it. Behind the back, behind the shoulder, like what the game was going. Oh, you mean that? That's not gameplay? Like, confused. You're in the industry for goddamn 30 years, 22 years at Xbox. You need to know what gameplay is, what the game is going to experience from their perspective, from somebody playing live demos. Remember, you made a big deal about playing live demos on stage. Hellblade 2, where is it? They've been talked about it since 2019. All I can tell you right now, they had some makeup team on. That's it, good makeup, and they got cameras. What are you doing? You say in every friggin' interview it's about building confidence. It's about building trust. And all you do is lie. All you do is lie. And True Virgil, goggling all the way, True Virgil, Jim Ryan, who cares? See, that's the problem. We don't need Phil. We don't need Dirty Ass Booty to talk. We don't need them to talk. They just need to release a game. Guess what? Let me ask you something. Spider-Man 2 released. I want to ask anybody in the chat. We got 300 people in here. I want to ask you, did you see one friggin' interview with Drew Murray or goddamn Ted Price about Spider-Man 2? Did you? Did you see Ted Price walking around doing interviews with the Venezuelan governments and flying over to Europe and interviewing all over the place? Did you see Ted Price talk about Spider-Man once? I didn't see him talk shit. Because it wasn't about Ted Price. It wasn't about Drew Murray. It was about the goddamn game that they showed. They didn't need the hype wagon. They didn't. Did you? That's why who gives a shit where Jim Ryan is? He's doing his job. You want to know why? Because I'm playing his games. And those games are winning awards, bitch. Customer. That's how you know the son of a bitch is doing his job. I don't care who's making the food in the kitchen. All I care about is that the food comes out and it tastes good. I don't give a shit about the chefs. That's your problem. See? It's that. Phil Spencer comes out there and tucks you in at night and you call that a W.
Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Yes!
That's why he's all over the place. Because he knows if he shows his mug in iJustine's basement, the Xbox community gets all weak in the knees. That's right. Phil Spencer comes out there and brands your ass with a friggin' tattoo. You're all, rub my nipples. That's what you're doing. Because it's about him. You have no identity. Goddamn, they had Phil Spencer and executives marketing around goddamn Windows Game Pass, like whoring all over. Sir, you want Game Pass? Sir, you want Game Pass? Sir? Sony released a portal. They said they didn't even give you friggin' details on the goddamn thing. They're like, yeah, it hooks up to the internet, you play some games. And the portal's selling out all over the friggin' place. You didn't need no goddamn Jim Ryan explanation and breakdown of it. You didn't need the marketing team to come out and go, look at this device. No, they just said, bitch, it's coming out. Here's a little video, 5 seconds, and the thing shit sells. You want to know why? Because people go, oh, I'll play my games that I'm always playing on the go. Because guess what, everybody? The Switch and PlayStation make games that people want to play, that think about when they're not playing it. When you make a forgettable game, I don't give a shit where it's accessible. You don't want to play it. And that's the problem. Xbox needs to make games that people want to play and can't not put it down. Then it will take off. But when you put a game everywhere, like Forza, and it's not ready for prime time, it doesn't matter where it is. It could be on billions of devices. Nobody's going to take their time. But when you have a game like Spider-Man where it's like, I got to finish that platinum. I got to play this game. I got to figure out how the story ends. I got to finish this next level of Mario because this thing is incredible. You want to play the game wherever you are. But guess what? It's not about where it can be played. It's always about what you want to play. And if there's no what, then there's no where. And there's no how. Because you don't care. And that's what I always said was the issue with Microsoft. They give you the answer to how, the cloud, where, any screen, PC, but they're not addressing the what, the goddamn games. And when they asked about games,
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
And you're done, Phil. You lost last generation with those sales. You're down 33% and falling in hardware. What the hell do you call this generation if last generation is an L? And that's the most important thing, the what. If you don't make great games, people don't care where they are. And that's the point. And if you think this burden, this cloud over Microsoft is going to dissolve with them buying more, no, buying more is going to add more pressure to them to deliver because expectations are going to be higher. With great power comes great responsibility. You want to go buy the whole goddamn gaming industry? Well, guess what? You're going to get more pressure to deliver because now you own so much. And that's what you people don't understand. You don't get it. They're out buying all these different houses in the neighborhoods. Hell, they're buying whole ass neighborhoods, but they can't even take care of their own house. And that's a management problem. That's a Phil problem. That is a Satya problem. That is an upper management problem. I'm not saying that these studios are not capable of doing it. I am sure they are, but they need the leadership to guide them and the leadership knowledge for those people to understand what the market wants and what will be successful and what quality control is. And they don't have it. Don't have it. And they haven't had it. And that's the essence of their whole problem. So the burden is heavy with them. But playing victim with an Xbox tax is not going to solve anything. Because if you continue to suck, then...
Oh, no! We suck again!
Exactly. Cyber Dragon with the 23 months. He goes, afternoon chat mods, grinders, and your host, Just7780. Thank you so much, Cyber Dragon. Almost 2 years, Cyber Dragon, man. Awesome. Go watch his channel, man. He streams all the time. Go watch Cyber Dragon. Thank you, Cyber Dragon, so much. Almost 2 years here with the Grindhouse. JP Loco 2, he says, I heard Starfield nomination hasn't loaded yet. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, JP Loco. That's right. They hit all those loading screens, dude. And that's another reason why I even feel the media may have a bias to Starfield because, and the same thing to Forza. If you dupe the media, if you kind of withhold stuff, select reviewers, they couldn't get their review out in time. Hurts the channel. They can't do it because you chose people to give a higher score. Now I'm going to have a bias. You did not show the game properly. There's a whole bunch of technical issues with loading screens. And what's crazy with Starfield is that the damage control was tried. They already tried to pre-damage control it. Oh, there'll be bugs. There will be bugs. They tried to automatically nullify the Bethesda bugs, Bethesda. There'll be bugs in Starfield. And it turns out the bugs were not even the problem. It was the loading. It was the false expectation of travel and exploration. It was the emptiness of the planets and the animals there and the aliens and alien life forms and mission structure and transportation and technical issues with loading screens and the way the game looked and frame rate optimization and all that other stuff. So they tried to protect Starfield with it's just the bugs. They're going to be bugs. If they're not game-breaking, Paris was doing it the whole time. If they're not game-breaking, then we'll be okay. No, they tried. And the bugs were the least of Starfield's problems. It was all that other stuff. Forza, same way. That ray tracing on track that they tried to differentiate themselves from Gran Turismo don't have ray tracing on track. Well, they wound up lying about the real ray tracing that they had, and it's very minor. And what they showed didn't match the product that they shipped. How many times are you going to do that before people are just going to be like, you can't be trusted? You put out poor stuff. Prove me wrong. Do better. Stop taking it on the chin. Do better. And that's it, grinders. The tax, the frogs, and the Gaming Grindhouse. And the gameplay loop. That's right, Twisted Sync. But thank you again, grinders, for an awesome show. And thank you for coming through on the Games Bite. Again, I wanted to go live for this one, but yeah, I'll be doing more shorter videos, so you'll have those on the channel. Check out my other videos, and then tonight I'll be on Crossfire, probably talking more about this stuff and some more about the Portal probably as well. But thank you again. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. This is the Gaming Grindhouse. We don't pull any punches here. It's entertainment. It's fun. It's dramatic. It's Philness. And that's it. And hit me with the horns. Good night, everybody. See you later.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Plague Tale Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Skyrash 2, Ground, Shroom, and Doom.
Oh no! We suck